Hi guys, welcome back to another video. This video is an inbox review of the super heavy tank KV1 from ZVEZDA in 1/35 scale. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Right, so straight away on the front of the box here, you've got really nice box art. You've got the KV1, another KV1 behind, and then a Panzer IV wreck there, which obviously this is on the Eastern Front. So that's quite a nice show off piece there. And then on the side of the box you've got the paint call out. So these are called out in the ZVEZDA paints and the Tamiya paints, so you've got all the numbers there for reference, and also a reference for the decal sheet as well, which is quite nice. And then a bit of contact information there, so if you need to contact the company at all, or send the kit back or anything like that, so that's quite nice. And then right at the end here you've got the scale, 1/35 scale, the parts count, which is 233, and the length of the kit, which will be 19 centimeters when it's finished. On the other end of the box you've got 3 other kits that you can purchase from ZVEZDA, one being IS2, one KV1, and looks like an alright, it's a KV1 with an L11 gun, so it looks like a larger gun, maybe. So that's a different type. So this is a model 1940, so that's most likely different to this one, which looks a bit later. But yeah, I'll crack open the box and get to the parts inside. So straight from opening the box, as you can see, the parts are here on top. So I'm gonna go behind and get the instructions out. As you can see, this is a flap lid style box. Quite new to me, if I'm honest, but yeah, it's nice to see. So I'm just going to put this box to one side and have a look at the instructions first. So typical sort of instruction layout here, as it says up here, super heavy tank KV1, and you've got some information on the tank itself here in different languages. It looks like some warnings as well. So I'm first opening the instruction booklet. You've got sprue tree, which is very nicely set out, and you can see all the parts there. So if you lose any parts or the kit is missing any parts, you can have a look at the parts tree and contact the company and order another, I do assume. I mean, this is quite useful for yeah, again, if you have an older kit that you might be losing parts, you can just count them via the instruction book. So yeah, going on to the first page, you can see here the construction of the hull. It's not a bathtub style hull as you would get with, say, some Tamiya kits. This is full construction, so the floor, well, I'm going to call it a floor plate, the rear and the sides, so you'll have to put it all together. That shouldn't be too hard. Then you've got the putting together of the Christie suspension. I do believe the Christie suspension design was an American design, but then they didn't want to use it on their tanks, but the Russians loved it, so that's a bit of history behind that. And then going on to the drive sprockets and the idler wheel, putting that together and putting them on, which is quite nice as well. They do look good. And then you have got some engine detail here, which does look really nice as well, so you can choose to display that or not. And then you've got putting the tracks together. These are link and length tracks, which is really nice. I have had a quick look when I first opened the box, but yeah, they do look very nice, and quite simple to put together. And then you've got the putting the hatch and the detailing onto the upper hull, which is quite nice. Putting the engine in, and what is quite nice is that you've got detailing on the hatches. This has got partial interior detail, not full detail, which you'll see in a minute. So it's quite nice as well. So you've got the construction of the hull machine gun here, and that's going in, and putting the mantler on for that. And then you've got extra armor going on as well, which is all adding to the detail. And then these supports that go onto the mud guards as well, which is quite nice. And then, as I said about the interior detail, you have got partial interior detail in the turret. So you've got some shells, shell rack, machine gun. That does look like a seat to me. It might not be, but and then the full gun mantlet. You've got the breech and all the gear that goes in with that. So yeah, it's quite nice to have some detail. It's not super detailed, but you've got it there if you want to display it, which you just have a hatch open and you can see inside, which does look quite nice. And then going on to putting the whole turret together and putting the finer details on, which is such as the viewports and everything like that, and putting the actual mantlet and the gun into the turret. And then you've got some stowage boxes and some tanks, it looks like. That's quite nice, that's going on. And then you can put the turret on there. And then it does look like you've got some extra armour going on the sides as well. And then it's just the extra tools, and looks like a barrel cleaning kit there. Some tow ropes, and as I said about the boxes, and the external machine gun as well. And then you've got a colour call out on the back here, not in colour, but it does come in handy. So now going straight into the parts, I will get these out and cut the bags open, and then we'll come back to you. So this is the first sprue. There are 2 bags of sprues in the box, but in the other bag it is quite thick. So, you know, there is risk of damaging parts there, but hopefully it should be okay. So this sprue is the turret. So you've got the 2 halves, top plate, the mantlet, which has got quite nice casting detail. You might want to add to that a little bit. I do believe that the casts from the Russians wasn't as smooth as that, but I might be wrong. So that's quite nice, the detail is there. You've got hatch detail on the bottom there, it does look like, yeah. And then all the vision ports, and you've got the breech there, which is in 2 halves. Machine guns, so that looks like the top mounted machine gun, I do believe. The shells, there is a bit of flash, but it's easily cleanable and comes right off, so you can clean it up quite nicely. And you've got the shell racks here. That's quite nice actually. So it looks like it's got a turret ring here. This does not have a turret basket because it is partially detailed, not fully detailed. So at least you've got some detail there that you can work with, and you've got the option to have a hatch open and have it displayed or not. So that's the first sprue. Let's get onto the second bag. So getting onto the second bag, all these sprues were in the second bag. That is a bit risky because you don't want to get parts damaged in transit, which the more sprues in the bag, the more they're going to rub together usually, but they don't look too bad here, so that's quite nice. Getting on straight from top to bottom, you've got engine detail, some stowage detail, which is these are the construction of these stowage boxes, and what else can I see here? Trying to work out what else these parts are. There's just other detailing parts here. So I just hit the camera mount, but yeah, it's good detail. Then on the second sprue, you've got the drive sprockets and the idler wheel, and then some parts of the Christie suspension. I'm not sure whether this makes up one side. It should do, I do believe. One side on either sprue, which is quite nice. So then you can use one sprue for one side and then crack on with the other, so you don't get them mixed up. I suppose it doesn't really matter because they're both the same and they're both mirror images of each other, aren't they? So yeah, you've got the drive sprockets and the idle wheels, as I said, and the machine gun. This looks like most likely the Hull machine gun. I might be wrong, or I'm not sure whether it's the coax. I think it might be the Hull machine gun. It probably is the Hull machine gun because you've got a mount there. Actually, it might be the rear machine gun. Sorry, because you've got a machine gun on the rear of the turret, machine gun on the coax, I do believe, and machine gun on the hull, so that's quite nice. It's bristling with guns. And you've got some pins there, these supports, the bracket supports for the mud guards, it looks like. This and this sprue is exactly the same. I'm just going to put that one to the side. These are loops for the tow ropes, which I will get onto in a minute. But yeah, it's quite nice. Looks like some grill work there as well, probably for the exhaust maybe. So yeah, it's nice detail. And then you've got the hull construction here. This is the, as I called it, the floor plate, with some nice riveting detail on the bottom there, which is really nice to see. And then you've got one of the side skirts here, side panels, where you fit the suspension and the drive sprocket and all the wheels and everything like that as well. So it's quite nice detail, nice riveting. Yeah, it's just good to see. Looks like some more boxes maybe there, and then a hatch, it looks like. So yeah, it's good detail. I do apologise for my terminology on these things. Sometimes it is quite difficult to work out what the parts are when it's on the sprue. Until it's built, you're not 100% sure sometimes, but I'm doing my best. So then you've got the upper hull here, really nice riveting detail again, raised all along the mud guards there, which is really nice. Really nice welding detail along the sides as well, which I can show you there. So yeah, I'm quite happy with this kit so far. It's looking nice, and you've got some, looks like some grab handles, some chains. But yeah, it's looking really nice so far. And then now we're getting on to the road wheels and the track links. So these, as I said, are link and length tracks, meaning you put them together. These are the style, similar to the style that I did on the KV2 E50. That was the first time I've done that type of tracks, so this should be interesting going in for a second time. But yeah, as you can see, nice detail. I mean, it's not amazing, but you know, it's there. You got a bit of flash there that's easily cleanable with a knife, and you'll clean these parts up anyway, so it's not really that much of a problem. But yeah, you've got the road wheels. These are the fronts of them, I do believe. Yep, it's quite nice. And then these look like the supporting wheels that go along the top, like guide wheels. I can't. Yet again, I'm not sure of the terminology on this, but I am trying. So yeah, that does look quite nice, and it's same again on the other sprue, exactly the same for the other side as well. So yeah. Now, last but not least, going on to the decals. Now, I'm going to get these out of the packet because I don't want to have glare on the camera from the packet. Right. So there, you can see you got 700. You've got 2 of them for each side of the turret. Some stars and some circles, which look like maybe kill markings or something similar. Some writing in Russian. I do not know what it says because I cannot read Russian, but that will look quite nice when it's all weathered up. And then a picture, well, a cartoon of a KV1 killing Hitler, it does look like. So that's quite nice. Typical Russian detail, I suppose. But yeah, nice nice decals there. And then, as I said before, going on to the tow cables. For that, you get given a bit of string. It's a bit flimsy. I probably would have used wire, but I mean, I'm gonna have a go with this. And then you just put the ends on the string and then paint it up, so it should look quite nice. It's feels like it's coated in wax, so you don't have any fluff, which might be the case, I don't know how that is going to be when you come to paint it, whether it is coated in wax or if it's coated in another substance. I do not know, but it's not very fluffy, so that's quite good. So that should represent cable nicely for the tow ropes. And then you've got two little clear parts here. Looks like both for the lights. That one definitely is. As you can see, it's got some detail there, and that one's got a circle there. Looks like it's for a lamp, which should be really nice when it's all done. So overall, really nice kit. So that's pretty much it for this kit. Yeah, it's got some really nice detail in it. I do, if you want to get a nice KV1 kit, I mean, I haven't built it yet, so I don't know whether it goes together nicely or what, but so far it's looking good, especially for the price. I got this from eModels for, what was it, about £14 I think it was, £15 roundabouts, and I think postage overall about £20 for the kit. So you know, you can't really beat that on price, and the detail that you're getting with it, especially in the turret, with the shells here and the breech. It's quite, you know, it's quite substantial what you're getting, as you can see. So yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a cheap KV1, then you know, you can't go wrong. So yeah, I'll come back to you at the end of the video. This has been the inbox review of the ZVEZDA 1/35th scale KV1 Soviet Heavy tank. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If so, please do like, comment and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Keep modelling, have a good one, bye bye.